If you want something tomorrow, that means you have to plant something today. If you want to be successful, you have to follow one course until successful. If you want to chop down a tree, you cannot hit that tree at the top, in the middle, at the bottom, on the side, on the branches, and expect that tree to come down. I heard Eric Thomas say in a video talking about hitting that tree in the exact same spot over and over and over again until you want it to come down. The mountain that you want to climb, the business that you want to build, the success that you want to see in your life, you've got to focus on one thing. If you want something to grow, that means you've got to keep watering it. You've got to keep feeding it and giving it attention. Imagine though, I'm trying to grow a plant, but yet I'm going over here and I'm feeding this plant, and then I'm feeding that one, and then I'm feeding this one, I'm feeding that one, but then this one just stops getting fed. Right? And then eventually, but I fed it at the beginning and it had some growth, and then I left it to go build and work on these plants. And then those ones started to grow, but then I left those and I started to work on these other plants. This is the exact same metaphor I'm trying to talk about regarding business and regarding you growing and building and blowing up your business. The reason it's not growing up is because you're not focused. You give it a whole bunch of attention for a while, and then you're like, oh, distracted, and then you go over here. You're trying to grow YouTube, or maybe you're trying to grow Instagram or WhatsApp or TikTok or whatever your latest, whatever your business is, whatever it is you're trying to grow, but you only give a little bit of attention and you're not getting the results you want to see right away. And so what do? You jump to the next thing and then to the next thing. And then you have all these small, half-baked businesses and half-baked results. And that's why you're miserable. That's why you're frustrated. And part of solving this is getting focused. Like I said, follow one course to successful and going after that one thing that you want to get done and smashing that thing. I read in a book by Stefan Arnio, rest in peace. And it really inspired me. And I read this when I was in Cancun, Mexico on vacation, and it was all about real estate. But the one thing that really spoke to me is that he was getting a multifamily property renovated, and this contractor was starting to screw him on stuff. And so all of a sudden he had to show up every single day until this project was done. He didn't want to do that, but he put on his dirty overalls and he showed up every single day. And the one thing that he said that was so inspiring about that was that he knew exactly what he was doing. It was this project, that's what we're working on. I'm not moving on to the next one until this one is done. I remember my hero Peter J. Daniels said about his son, because sometimes things weren't getting done, and he's like, look, you don't put down this task and start another task until this one is 100% complete. Now, I understand sometimes you delegate something to someone and they're working on something, and so that it frees you up to do something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you being relentlessly focused until you have success.